Now that we've covered flags, let's actually cover arguments. So that's the target of the command. Where is that command working on? What is it going to do? Where is it going to operate? So command arguments, or args for short, are values given to a command to specify a target or input. Arguments usually follow the command or the flag. So if you have flags, know that the arguments go after. And then, of course, always separated by spaces. If you don't put those spaces, the interpreter is going to think it's one big old command, right? And of course, the arguments aren't the command itself, they're kind of a modifier to the command. So usually these arguments are most commonly going to be file names. So you're going to need some kind of path, right? Maybe it's a username. In the next lesson, we'll do user and group management. Basically, any input that's going to help the command know where it's operating on. So notice it's the command first, then the flags, then the arguments, all of them separated by spaces. So while flags change how the command works, arguments tell the command where to work on, what to work on. So remember that bash is case sensitive. So those arguments, you got to get the spelling exactly correct. You can't get any letters with different cases. So desktop with the uppercase D is not the same as desktop with the lowercase d. So let's test out some arguments on the cd command. So we've already done this, right? We changed directories. We had to provide an argument. So these examples probably look very familiar. If you want to go to your home directory, remember the tilde symbol, the squiggly. That's a little shortcut instead of writing home/user. So those first two example commands, they do the same thing. Assuming, right, instead of user, right, it's the actual username. So for my examples, right, for the most part, it's vbox user. And then cd documents, it's using the relative path. So it's assuming you're in your home directory because that's where the documents folder lives. So you can run cd documents without the full absolute path. Say you want to go to the videos folder. It's in the same directory as documents, but we can use absolute path as well, right? If we want to get, if we want to use extra energy, right? Because you got to write the home/user. If you want a list of files in the home directory, you could do ls/home/user. Of course, replace user with your own username. You could also just do ls and then the squiggly, which is a nice little shortcut. Let's say you want to do long format lists, right? The really detailed lists. You could do ls-l on videos, for example. So that would be an example of a relative path because I didn't start the path with a forward slash. Reminder, these are the special path symbols, right? So put it in here again just to hammer it into y'all. I know it's very easy to forget. So next up is file management commands.